Hi everyone and welcome back to a new episode of Rotacast. أنا كارلا بودياب, your host for season 1 of this podcast. Every now and then, you meet someone who turns service into a beautiful journey, one of passion, purpose, and quiet impact. And our guest is one of those people. With both a bachelor's and a master's degree in business administration, she brings strategy and heart to everything she touches. She began her journey in 2014 with Interact Alay, and she's been making difference ever since. Elissar Ezzeddine has held numerous leadership roles in Rotaract, including President of Rotaract Alay, Country Representative, International Liaison Officer, CR Advisor, VDRR of Lebanon, and Vice President of Rotaract Mediterranean. And if that wasn't enough, during her Rotaract presidency, she launched a project that redefined creativity and empowerment, which is Miss Rotaract Lebanon. Her journey is a powerful blend of purpose, persistence, and passion. So, what drives a leader to keep saying yes to every challenge, every role, and every new opportunity? Let's find out. VDRR Elissar, it's such a pleasure. Welcome to Rotacast.
Thank you, Carla. It's my pleasure.
How are you feeling?
I'm good. Not nervous.
Okay, perfect. So today's episode is split into several segments. We will start with your Rotaract background and journey in Rotaract and Interact. Then we will have a Life Beyond the Role segment. We will talk about you in general. And we will end with Rapid Rotaract and the President's question.
Yeah,
okay, let's start. جاهزة؟
جاهزة.
يلا. Let's go back to where it all started, in 2014. Why did you join Rotaract back then? And did you imagine that year will change your life and will guide you to this year?
Actually, I was sitting with my friends, and my friend had to go to Interact. So we had nothing to do. وقال إنه please come with me, come with me. I was like, okay. And there was a Kermes festival in Alay back then, and Interact were taking part of the organization. So I went. It was so nice. And then they needed members. So they directly let me sign the membership paper, and since then I joined. I started not knowing actually where I was going, but week after week after week, it ended up like it was attracting me without me feeling, I'm belonging to this club. شوي شوي, I felt later on, yes, this is a place I want to be in. It is an opportunity that will change my life. And I'm so grateful for this coincidence for me to join.
Okay. So you've held different roles, different leadership positions. What position that really changed you from within?
Actually, I would say Interact's presidency was the spark and the start of everything. Because I was 17 years old. It was a very challenging journey because you have to get back to Rotary and everything. You can't do everything because Interact is a program under Rotary. But the real challenge and the real turning point was Rotaract's presidency. Because I had a challenge to overcome, to exceed the expectations of my Interact presidency. I belonged to a club where we had great leaders back then. So I had a challenge to elevate this club, extend its legacy, and take it further. So I believe, yes, Rotaract's presidency was my
changing point.
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me about a project that changed how you view service?
I would say 1,000 Rays of Hope. It's a community service project that was done last year in collaboration with Gift of Life, Rotary, and Interact Alay. It was on 2 editions. So we held 1,000 heart checkups for 1,000 child. And after then, we did surgeries for more than 5 children. And we sensed the real impact of community service because we visited the children back then after their operation, before their operation, and we saw the difference, how simple their life is, and the only thing they need was the service of living. So, nice. It was the one that touched me most.
Okay. Rotaract has clearly been a great part of your story. What part of you do you feel it helped shape the most?
If you know me when I was 14, I was afraid to look into your eyes, or I was in a room where I'm the quiet person who cannot raise her voice even if she has a comment. So I think my personality has changed كلها من ورا Rotaract and Interact. So if I can link it to all aspects of my character, my personality, and it has affected each and every single perspective. But my personality has been formed because mainly of Rotaract and Interact.
Beautiful. Miss Rotaract Lebanon, it's clearly a passion project. What led to spark this idea, and what change you hope to celebrate through this event?
Okay. Miss Rotaract Lebanon is not a new idea for me. I had it since I was Interact, but they didn't take it seriously. And then when Wa'el Mirai was a president in our club, I approached him and told him, I have this idea, how about we do it? He said, maybe let's keep it for another year. And then Jalil became the president and he said, there's no way this is gonna work. And I was like, okay, I know, no, I'm the incoming president, I will do it. Your call. Because people in our community do not believe that women can be taken except on the outer appearance. And this is the main goal of this event. Regardless, it's going for community service and it's funding for a children's cancer center. However, the main idea of it is showing the inner beauty of women, their confidence, their personality, and their independence in life. So this was the main idea, and I kept it as a small goal for the year I become a president, and I can take this decision to implement it. And I think it was worth the wait because year after year we had more ideas adding up to it, and it turned out to be a great success.
Was there a specific moment during the event that gave you like goosebumps? Like you wish to relive now?
You know, someone like last week asked me, what is the best moment in your life? And I said, the moment I stood on Miss Rotaract stage delivering the speech, because أدمى قلك the feeling of this moment you won't understand. Because after 4 months of very tough preparations for a project, a huge project that started from zero, coming and seeing all the audience clapping and very happy, satisfied with the jury and the celebrities, made every single tear, stress,
Worth it.
Yeah, everything. It was worth all the preparations.
You're a team leader for a day, and your team is your future self and your past self. What's your first team building activity?
I would say a communication activity and something related to attitude. Because again, those who know me know that I was someone who delivers the message in a way that I do not mean it. Maybe they would take me as someone who is aggressive or someone who is very bossy. But after all the positions that I've held, especially presidency and VDRR and CR, you learn the right method of communication because you're communicated with different personalities and characters, and you have to deal with each one in a way. So I believe communication activity.
If you want to write a thank you note for Rotaract, what would this note be?
I would say, thank you for giving me a past to remember and a future that I will forever be grateful for.
Nice. We have a question from your club. Okay.
Very nice.
What's the best memory إنه أحلى ذكرى عندك ب one of the meetings ب your presidency year?
I have a lot. يعني في شي 3 popped into my mind. I would say the last general meeting because it was full of emotions, celebrations. We had the national team with us and we had all the members, literally 100% attendance, just coming to celebrate the end of a very beautiful year where everyone spoke from their hearts about how this year was through ups and downs. Yani we shared everything and we celebrated the end of a beautiful chapter of our club. So yeah, I will forever remember this day.
I think these meetings are very essential because they make you realize how far you've come.
True.
Like you don't do that very often in life. Rotaract بيجبرك like look at your progress. Through it all, you did a lot.
صح. And you do not realize that you affected people on a personal level or you left an impact until they speak it out and they show their emotions. I felt it during this meeting.
Okay. Now we will go for the life beyond the role segment. Amid Rotaract, work, life, and all the to-do list, what does balance mean to Elissar and how do you achieve it?
I believe balance is setting priorities. Yani if you have work, finish work, then you have Rotaract. go to Rotaract, do your Rotaract tasks, have a personal life, see your friends, sit with your family, have time for everything, and make sure you're not burnt out. Because from my life experiences, I tell you, I've passed through a lot of burnouts before knowing how to balance between Rotaract, friends, family, work, uni. So yeah, I think after burning out several times, you will know how to balance.
Yeah. If you were to define success today, what would it look like? And how did this definition differ from one year to another?
I would say taking risks as the number one. A lot of times I feel hesitant whether I should do this or not. For example, whether I should do my master's right now or gain more work experience, take on more Rotaract roles, build this friendship, for example, take a decision related to my family. But in my personality, I am a risk taker. And I think this is a big part of why I am who I am today, because I'm grateful for every decision I take. Or I believe, if I don't take this decision, I will regret it later on. So I would rather take it, do it, maybe regret taking it and fixing it, but never regret not taking this decision. So yeah.
Your passion really shows. So on days when things felt like heavy, what kept you going?
In my personality, I always keep myself busy when I'm stressed or overwhelmed. I keep myself busy usually with Rotaract activities or tasks. So whenever I feel stressed, down, or something's wrong with me, first of all, I keep myself busy. Second of all, I would look towards the future and think that when I achieve this, I'm going to be happy and I'm going to be satisfied. So it's better now to feel heavy and tired and stressed rather than later not being satisfied with the final outcome.
Okay. Now segment 3, Rapid Rotaract. Fast-paced questions, and I need fast answers. Okay? If you could design a Rotaract starter pack, 3 things that you would add to this pack.
For me?
Yeah. Or for anyone else, مش ضروري.
Okay. We were discussing it on the national team group yesterday, so I already have the answer. But not related only to Rotaract, so I'm gonna rechange it. First of all, I'd put the Rotaract pin or this huge name tag. Second of all, I would put, should they be materialistic?
لا مثل ما بدك.
Second of all, I would put passion, because without passion, service does not come out of the heart. And the third thing I would put probably the friendships that you gain from Rotaract.
Okay. Would you rather always win Rotaract trivia or always be the DJ at Rotaract parties?
Always win the Rotaract trivia.
Okay. We know you love to dance. What's your go-to move when a project finally comes together? بدك تمثلي لنا اياها. انه شو الموف؟
بدي فادي وكريس معي انه هلا بدي ارجع غنية you know it, so we hype it up with our hands بس انه
Complete the sentence.
Okay.
A strong team is built on
fellowship and service.
Okay. Now the president's question, a surprise question. عندك 2 questions. If you could write a motivational note to your 2014 Interact self and hide it in a book she'd find 10 years later, what would it say?
Very nice question. It would say, you don't know where you're going, but please continue this journey, continue this path, because you're going to a great place that you will be thankful for.
Okay. You walk into a Rotaract meeting, holding a Diet Pepsi in one hand and shouting, "Hi, besties." What soundtrack is playing in the background?
Actually, this scene happened last year بعد ما عملنا Miss Rotaract. So I was entering the meeting that was directly after the event, holding a Diet Pepsi, saying hi besties, and they played غنية الصبي الملكي لا لا لا, you know. So yeah, I would say that.
Okay. Any final words?
Thank you for your efforts. Thank you for this initiative. It's such a great way to showcase Rotaract to the world. يعطيكم العافية. It was my pleasure being with you guys.
Thank you so much. It was our pleasure as well to listen to your memories and stories and everything in between. Thank you for watching and see you very soon.